The last section that we have is informational formulas of Excel. So first we have the column formula. So informational formulas is more of Excel specific. So it gives you specific information that's unique to Excel grid. For example, like for this one, the column. What I'm highlighting over here is actually the cell that I pass to the column function. So we just have the column and pass in this cell A2. So what it gives you, so let's cancel that one. So what it gives you is a numerical value for which column that you've selected. Because let's say over here, let's type about column. So just to give you an example, let's pick this one. And what it gives you is the fourth column. If you count 1, second, third, and fourth. So yeah, because it's the fourth column. So for this one, gives you the first column. Next is blank. So what you're saying is give a specific value and it gives you true or false if it's blank. So this one, selecting this cell over here, and this is empty. This is nothing in here. So if we pass in is blank for this value, it gives you true. So just to give you a practical application, this is pretty handy. We discuss the if function. So if you could remember replacing a true or false value, if this is true, then give this value. Otherwise, give this. So this is a practical application because it's like we're replacing blank values with the text. It's empty. Okay, so otherwise just display the original value. So this is an example where you could just use a formula and place it inside another formula. So that's the cool thing about Excel formulas. So let's try it out over here. A little more of a combination. So let's say if is this value is blank. Okay, so I want you to show the text it's empty. Okay, otherwise just show the original value. So if there's something inside the original value, just show that original value. So you would expect to show hello. So just to demonstrate, let's copy this formula and let's paste it over here. And it's actually selecting this cell. And since it's empty, our formula would show you that it's actually empty. Next is error. Error is simply, so like we give a value and it tells you that if there's an error with this one or not. And it gives you true or false. So what I'm doing over here is I'm trying to divide this number with this number. Of course, if we divide like 1 divided by 0, it's not a valid value. So if we pass it, its error will tell you that it's true, that there's something wrong with this expression or with your formula. So let's try it out over here. Is error. And let's say we're trying to divide 50 divided by 2. So it's just telling you that is what you're doing, is this correct? Or is there something wrong with it? And it tells you that it's false, which means there's no problem with what you're doing. It's perfectly valid. Next is number. You pass in a value and it tells you that is this a number or not. So 123, we use the is number formula and pass in the cell value, and 123 is obviously a number, so it's true. But if you try it out, it's number, pass in hello, it should give you false. Because hello is a text, not a number. Speaking of text, we have this formula is text, so it checks for if the value that you passed in is a text. So let's say 123, if you pass it in, is text, the cell, it's not a text, so it gives you false. So let's try it out. It's text, pass in the value, and it gives you true. because hello is a text value. Next is row. Row is like related to column. So instead of giving you the column number, it now gives you the row number. Okay, so we just pass in row and select a cell. So you can see here that row A2, okay, it gives you 2 because you have selected a cell in the second row. So if we pick this cell over here, it should give us row number 3. So type out row, and it gives you the third row.